Yay, it's a
Shandy? Who's Shandy? Do we have nicknames now? Did I miss something?
Sorry, that's a different podcast, but it's still funny.
We could have our own.
Anyway,
It's a thing. It could be a thing.
ooh, okay, then well, if you're Shandy, then who am I? What would my nickname be?
Oh, someone has the YouTube on. Someone has the YouTube playing at the same time.
Not me.
Or is it me? I think it's me. Hold on.
Zachary.
It's
Not
me. I'm hearing myself because I like have YouTube open on the other side so I can see comments if people are chatting. But oh my gosh, usually I'm really good at this and I emulate it. I'm like, why am I hearing Kitty again? Why am I hearing me again? And oh my gosh. So hello,
Anyway.
we're live. Hi.
Patron after show. I'm
Absolutely.
Kitty. And this is Allison. Zachary.
Oh my gosh, I love how active you are. Oh my god, I love it.
No, I feel energized by this super moon eclipse, and I just went to yoga, so now I have all like I'm in tune with my feelings, and also I'm eating. So
And your mana?
my mana level is through the roof right now. I need to do something stupid to reel it back in.
Real. I didn't even realize there was some like blue supermoon thing. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, what is a blue
Full moon is
supermoon?
when there's an extra moon in the month, or excuse me, 2 full moons in 1 month. And then it was the supermoon because it was close to the Earth, and it was also a lunar eclipse. But I couldn't even see it because it was foggy in Portland, and I like woke up at 4:30 to go watch it go into totality, and I couldn't see a darn thing. So
that is such a bummer.
Nature.
Nature.
Anyway, too much mana for this conversation.
We can have some. The rest of the group doesn't have any. No.
I think I've taken everybody's mana collectively, so nobody has any.
You sound very in tune with your mana today.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, I just need
to. But yes, I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Because I'm booked for I booked for Philly yesterday, so I'm so excited about that.
For Zach.
Kitty, we need to draw you out there. We need to like figure out some way to like stage a kidnapping, put you on a plane, and you can come and join us in Philly.
That would be fantastic. Well, do we have any Chicago patrons? Because I'm going to Chicago in March to buy fabric for my wedding dress.
Of course.
Yeah.
Only
Wait,
like some better ones.
Yeah, my mom's gonna make my wedding dress, so we're doing like a girls' weekend in Chicago.
Oh, okay. So there isn't some Chicago-only fabric that I've never known about.
Yes, it's called like Chicago satin. It's iridescent and also has diamonds in it.
Oh my gosh.
So she lives in Nashville, so it was cheaper for her to fly to Chicago and me to fly to Chicago than me to just go to Nashville.
That makes sense.
It's a whole thing. No, but
that is still pretty awesome. But we absolutely have some amazing patrons in Chicago.
Perfect.
Because we first we have freaking Arthur, the very first one of the first.
Arthur!
Mr.
Hit me up, bro. If you're in the chat, you might not be, but
I'll definitely tell him and let him know. Yeah. So, we have Mormon Zach. Mormon Zach's in our YouTube chat. He's 2 hours from Chicago. He's pretty funny too.
Patron in Chicago. Also meet my mother, who has nothing to do with Survivor or the podcast, so I don't know how that would go.
But I feel like I would still want to meet her though. She seems like she'd be fun.
I think
that'd be a blast.
She played drinking games with me at my college graduation party.
Perfect.
That's fun.
Even better. I know that we also have Jordan. He lives in he lives there in Chicago as well. He's the one who
at the ATFs, didn't I?
He's the one who drove up with me from Phoenix to the ATFs. So we spent 5.5 hours in a car. That was that was like the second time we met each other. The first time was when we were drinking in Chicago.
That's phenomenal. So we've got some good patrons. Excellent.
Exactly. There's some great people there. And I think we have Bethany there too. Bethany, a winner of Fake Survivor and things like that.
Yeah, I won't be there
She won
in
like
March.
the Bob
But, like,
Durham thing.
I gotcha.
That'll be awesome though, for sure. I
Mhm.
can't believe you're gonna get your. That's gonna be so cool getting your dress though.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it because since I'm planning this whole cross country wedding thing, I don't actually get to do a lot of planning myself. Like it's mostly just phone calls. Like I didn't get to go visit the venue. I didn't get to meet the caterer. I've just emailed them. So doing this with my mom has been like the big special wedding thing where we tried out. She flew out to Portland and we tried on dresses together, and then we're designing mine, and we're gonna go buy the fabric, and she's gonna make it, and so it's just like a happy bonding thing, special thing.
Yeah. That's really cool. Taking notes
awesome.
for someday when I lock someone down.
Do you want the tuxedo shirt? 'Cause I've got it.
Well, I think
Do you
need
still
to
have it, Kitty?
Yes, it's tucked away in my closet. I can grab it.
It's like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Tuxedo shirt.
Exactly.
Oh my god, are we actually gonna see it?
I
Oh,
packed
I'm
it
excited.
away.
The tuxedo shirt comes out.
Oh god. Too much pressure. I can't find it now.
It's okay. If you can't find it, you can't find it. It's okay.
Another time. There's a lot of beer and dresses in my closet, so I'll get it next time.
Oh, so I already have a couple comments. Jordan's already saying hey to everybody, and he's listening to us because he's the one that's from Chicago.
Hey.
Also, he was giving a shout out to Gavin, one of the college seniors, that he's from a suburb in Chicago too, and he was at the ATFEs.
I remember Gavin.
And the YouTube, what?
I remember Gavin.
You remember Gavin?
Come back and he left his coat. Anyway, it was
at the place. I don't know.
He gave some very good advice, saying, "Don't worry, he'll propose. Don't rush it." So, if it was Gavin or if it was another guy with a G name,
I think it might have been he was the original G that was there. I don't think there was another G.
Original G.
OG. From the YouTube chat, Mormon Zach says that he'd swipe right on Allison for the puppy.
Yeah, I get that a lot, but I never
Mormon
actually
Zach
get
got married.
So,
yes, absolutely. But I think it's about time I can open this up. We can get a couple other people to come in and join us.
Woo.
So I'm going to go ahead. As what's become normal, I'm going to go and paste it. Platinums do get first dibs. A little bit of privilege there. So it just popped up in the Platinum chat. Let's see who joins us, of course. So we'll get that going. I just got popped up by another message as well. I am all over the place.
So is Bo. You got some dog butt going on right now.
Oh, no. Hold on a second. I navigated away. I need to see this. Bo.
He can't hear you, just me.
I know.
Freaking out my dog.
Luca.
No. Lee.
Hey.
We have Lee, the binder buyer. Hello there. This is your first Google hang. Oh, Lee, you may want to mute your YouTube because we can hear the feedback for it.
Hey.
Mute the YouTubes. You may want to mute your YouTube because we can hear the feedback for it. Waiting for it. I have to live with my voice, and I really don't need to hear it back to me. At least we got Lee and we got Michael. Hello, everybody. Lee, this is your first Google hang I've seen you on.
Yeah, this is the first one for me. So this is the first time. I mean, even with the patron hang, this is the first one I've been around for. So,
wow, big night.
I'm excited. My big thing is always like, yes. I know there's a lot of people who love to do it. I just want to make sure like we get to get people in. There's like 400 patrons. There's 400 patrons. Hi CJ. Everyone's hi to CJ.
Hey CJ.
Hey.
Hey everyone who I don't know.
Hello.
All right. Kitty out. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining, Kitty. See you later. Bye.
Hello, Jordan.
Hello,
Jordan's
Michael.
here
Hey,
too.
everyone.
Hey, Jordan.
I was just talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
I heard.
Gossiping.
Yes.
All of that.
What are you drinking? I see that. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking just cupcake Pinot Grigio.
Oh, I was like, what wines taste like cupcake?
Is it
And I'm not
cupcake?
much of a wine drinker, so I guess
Is
that
it
makes
cupcake
sense.
flavored? I'd like that.
That'd be great.
Smells a lot like cupcakes.
It's totally, yeah. It smells like cupcakes. But does cupcakes have a smell? I know it has like a baked smell, but that's it. Like red velvet smells. I don't know. I'm hungry and I'm thinking it.
I always
Oh,
think
Torian's here.
Hi guys. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes. I hear my voice too. Do you have the YouTube playing? You may want to mute it.
I paused it
Perfect.
and see if it's still open.
Totally fine. I totally get it. Because yes, now we're getting all the virgins because it's Lee and Torian's first times. Yes.
This is the first time I've not felt like a zombie when
This
you
is the
guys do
first time
patron
I've
hang, so I'm
called
actually
her.
able to join.
I'm glad you could join it all. So absolutely. What did you guys? Torian, you didn't get a chance to call in for it yet, did you? What did you think of it? How was it?
It was fun. When they played the Reading Rainbow sound drop, I almost died laughing.
Oh my God! Right. That was such a good one. Max really just whips out the crazy ones sometimes.
Always
and I love
outdoes
it.
himself. He always outdoes himself.
He really does.
I don't understand how
and
he
I
has the
felt-
time to have a day job and do all the podcast stuff. I don't understand.
I don't know how either. It makes no sense. Like,
I was feeling so much pressure because he played that when I was the caller on there, and you're trying to keep it together so that your voice and your laugh is not like overpowering what's going on. And there was a point where I just had to mute the call because I'm laughing so hard playing this.
Oh my gosh, it's so
We all
good.
heard
though.
the
It's
sound drop.
so good.
Right.
I'm glad he played it for this because we got to see like the look on Corinne's face.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
I forgot she hadn't heard it before.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so good.
No, that was assuming she listened when he told her not to listen.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, those were the ones in the platinum chat. The ones about
Mhm.
I didn't listen to it yet because I'd be at work and they were on my phone and I can't download them on my phone and I forget when I get back home.
Oh, see, the thing is, I just work with my headphones in, so I can like sneak away from whatever podcast I'm listening to and. hit
And
the
I work
sound
from
drop.
home, so you know.
There you
Yeah,
go. Perfect.
Very nice.
Yeah.
The actual Reading Rainbow song was in my head for like a good half hour after I first heard it.
Me too, and I didn't even watch Reading Rainbow.
I just watched the theme and that's it.
That's just the theme. That's like the part that matters.
I said that's all I would watch, the theme, because it was like cartoonish. Then when it got to like people talking about books, I'm like, no. Outta here.
I'm waiting for them to reboot Reading Rainbow with all the reboots that are happening.
The reboots.
They probably will.
How would they modernize it? Like just like Kindle Rainbow? Like, oh.
Amazon Fire Rainbow or something. I don't know. What's a Kindle?
I'm
I
waiting
guess
for the
what
magic
response is
school
it?
bus.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Magic School
The
Bus.
only way that we are getting Reading Rainbow again is if they're doing some product placement with, like you said, with like Amazon Fire.
Mhm.
Someone's paying for it.
Someone's got to pay for it. Exactly. Okay, give me a second. I'm posting in the group.
We were talking about
Right
Max's
now?
schedule, who I'm sure is super busy, but Corinne is also just, and she goes out so many days a week, I feel like. I don't know how she does this too.
And she's got to juggle it across state move. Like, granted, California to Denver is not like an awful drive, but still. Or flight.
Exactly.
but-
Yeah.
I mean, I moved 5 minutes away like 5 years ago, and it was a major pain in the ass.
Oh, moving sucks.
Yeah.
I
It really
hate
does.
Yeah.
Good Lord. We were doing so much moving over the weekend for us. The Platinums already know this. I have to wait till we have other people that aren't Platinums on and I can tell the story. But my lovely
yeah.
grandmother.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
right.
Oh, that. Yeah. Okay.
That's a
Yes,
story
let's not
for
spoil.
sure.
Some people get to hear about that later. But I just opened up
Like I
the
said, I thought I had the best traumatizing grandparent story. No, you win.
I always do. Yes. Mormon Zach, hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Is my microphone good tonight?
Yes, I can absolutely hear you. Adam's here too.
Alright.
Oh,
Hello,
hey.
everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
I always miss the Australians because it's the weirdest time zones ever. Hello.
It is. It's lunchtime here.
It's
That's weird. It's bedtime
It's
here.
it's third time drink here.
That too.
It's also
Yes.
third time drink here if you're an alcoholic.
Adam, we're in
oh
Australia.
yeah, in
aren't you?
Australia. That's all the time.
Yeah, I'm on the west coast. I'm in a place called Perth, which is one of the most isolated capital cities in the world.
Oh wow. Isolated.
Yeah. Yes. It
Do you have
takes
to, like,
4 or
pass,
5
like, some
hours.
monks?
Well, it takes 4 or 5 hours to like fly anywhere really.
Oh shit! To
Which
fly
is-
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, we have to fly 4 or 5 hours to like another city. Like I live in a city of like 1.6 million people, so it's a big city, but but it's just isolated. So people always say it's the most isolated city because
What's
it's
the
just
closest big city to you?
probably Adelaide, which is like 3.5 hours away.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And I thought I had it bad here.
I was gonna say Cease and Drex Annie, but she's too far away for that to
She's
be
in
possible.
Is she just
she's
going
in
to be in
Sydney.
Sydney?
Yeah, she's in Sydney right now, actually.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
only Sydney?
Yeah, I think she's gonna be in Sydney the whole time. She's in Australia,
Oh, okay.
like downtown Sydney.
Yeah, I saw she was in Sydney, and I mean I do travel over east every now and then, but yeah, I recommend it. Everyone should go visit Sydney. Also, Melbourne's really cool. Melbourne's kind of like if Portland was like a big metropolitan city in a way. Like it's very like hipstery. There's a lot of great coffee and cafes and that kind of thing. So yeah, Melbourne's really
I go
cool
to
as
Melbourne
well.
the most, actually.
Yeah, you should definitely do it, Michael. Like it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's really it's the underrated spot.
And
that I've been so jealous. I want to go to. I'm just living vicariously through Annie. I feel like I've always wanted to visit there. So
Yeah, same.
Well, I feel like maybe we should try and make ATF go international. Like so if we have the ATF,
I was going to say world tour.
at one point, but we can make a world tour. I think we can make it happen.
Destination hang.
Yes, of course. I think,
Like 2020, I could save up and make it happen.
Yeah.
I think we all could.
Yeah, I would need like
We
a
all
year's
need-
notice if it's going to be Australia.
We all need a best friend who's a flight attendant for United.
Right. Can Annie share?
Exactly.
Mhm.
We need one of us to become Corinne's next Southwest companion. I don't know.
Does Southwest fly to Australia?
Mm-mm.
Southwest does not fly to Australia. It's Qantas.
Yeah.
Is Qantas? We also have Virgin Australia. So
Please say
that's
JetBlue
like our
flies
two
there.
major
I don't know if
airlines.
Oh my gosh.
But
Look,
yeah,
it can
it's-
happen. We already have people flying to Philly, so that's already across one country. So
Who would fly to Philly?
what are you talking about?
What's a Philly?
Kidding.
What's a Philly? it's a young horse, right? I think that's a Philly.
Really?
But raging over video games. Which video game is he raging over, Evan?
I'm not
Is it
sure.
PUBG?
I don't know what he's playing.
Oh, okay.
It's through the wall.
What was he singing earlier?
Wait, that noise was through the wall.
Yeah, what
Like,
songs
you
does
were
it
like-
play?
What was it like like that?
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Great.
I went to the one place in Canada where I feel like there are no patrons. Just last
How
week.
did that happen?
What one
There
place in
are-
Canada?
Montreal, which was a lot of fun actually, but
It's
I don't
so
think there are
fun.
any patrons there.
Yeah.
Montreal is fun.
Maybe they don't watch Survivor. They just watch French shows. I don't know.
Yeah, they watch. There's a French Big Brother or something. They like French
There was,
Canadian
yeah.
Big Brother.
There-
The French Survivor
Yeah,
wasn't very good, right? Didn't someone die on there?
Yeah, someone had a heart attack.
Yes.
which was
Yeah,
good.
so Survivor doesn't have a good taste in the mouth of the French.
Well,
Probably a lot of things.
Not in the heart either.
yeah.
Too soon?
Aren't
Just kidding.
Aren't
Yeah,
the French really
too soon.
rude? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I don't know. They
Do we have any French patrons? We need to figure that out.
Ooh, I don't know.
We have Robin. I think Robin's British. We have the fake Austrians.
Austrians.
Yeah.
We have Sonia, who's German, I think.
Yeah,
Sonia.
she was on Survivor.
That's right.
Sonia was?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the German Survivor or some shit. Didn't she win?
Wait,
No.
really?
I feel like somebody won
Are
something
you guys
else. But I know
bullshitting me here?
I need to wiki.
No.
I must wiki.
we have the winner of German Survivor in our Patreon group. That's pretty fun.
I don't
Hi,
think she won.
Goldie. Hello, Goldie.
Hey, how's
Hi.
it going?
It's going good. How are you?
All right, freezing.
Freezing where? Where are you freezing?
Brooklyn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
It's so
god, it is cold. I'm on Long
Probably
Island.
almost
It's
as
freezing
cold
over
as it
here.
is here in Northern California. I sympathize.
I don't know what to do. I live in a basement and I'm dying.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, I've just been there.
Oh, basement. Oh no.
So Sonia
Give
got
it-
6th place. I just looked it up.
Hmm?
What is
Sonia
it?
got 6th
thank you,
place.
Zach. Faulkner.
Well, shit, I didn't know. It's just, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
So who do we think the patrons, who do we think we're getting around for Ghost Island? Is there anyone that jumps out at people or no?
Whoever everyone was talking about today, just because Zach met them.
What the hell is going on with that arm thing?
Yeah, that
Like,
arm thing
was-
was weird.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing because
What
I don't.
thing?
Jenna's arms are not that long. I've seen them in person. They are not that long.
That's such
It's such a
bad
fucking
Photoshop.
bad Photoshop job.
Made me think of
It's just like,
the long arm.
trigger me. It's that. It's just
Made me think of the long arm guy in Family Guy.
Oh, fuck, man. Like
It
I
looks
do that
like-
shit for free, and I can do a better job.
Oh, it definitely looks like they took it from like 6 different photos. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it's because they all hate each other and they couldn't stand together long enough to get a photo.
Don't make me spit my drink.
The
My-
way I've taken it is it seems like a lot of them get along really well.
Well, the fact that like how
We're
many of
gonna
them
be
were
in
in
for another
Florida?
really boring season because I can't do another hero.
I think
Hustlers.
4 of them were in Florida, but there was a lot of them that have hooked up in couples.
Aren't there like 3 different showmances or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah, I don't know. So it wasn't clear to me
The
though
Survivor
if those
showman.
occurred on the show or after the fact.
Mm,
I
Still,
heard one
though-
was started in
That's
the
a good
show.
point. I don't know that either. They were just very.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
They were
Pounder
very
was
close
also,
and touchy, and that was
big
at a
back
public
there.
aquarium. Too, not even. who knows
They were
if
very into each
I'm
other.
just hoping this season is better because last season was such a disappointment.
I know.
Yeah, let me know how it goes, and then I'll watch later.
I
I
seriously, by the
it.
end of, by the
I'm
end of
actually-
last
I,
season,
I,
I
I barely
didn't
watched
care.
the last season. I quit halfway. I just, yeah. I'm more excited for Celebrity Big Brother for once.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for
Oh,
Celebrity
wow.
Big Brother.
Ross Matthews,
Omarosa
Team Ross
on
Matthews.
that?
Oh yeah.
Yes, Omarosa is going to be on there. I don't think she'll know how to play the game though. I think
But she
she'll
did
annoy
none of-
everyone. Yeah, she did none of the
She knows
press.
everybody in the
She did
Celebrity
none of the
Apprentice.
press because did anyone see the YouTube videos that they did with Ica?
I watched
Yes.
some of them. They were
Yeah,
really
and I
funny.
would have loved to have seen Omarosa and Ica together.
That would've been-
Oh.
I would love to see them play together. That'd
Every
be
time I see Omarosa, I just want to punch her in the face.
Ica would destroy her though. Like Ica, and I've met Ica, and I feel like she would be like, "No, you think you're the top dog. I'm the top dog, bitch," and she'd like get her out, which I would really respect.
Yeah,
Oh, you
the-
met
the
Ica
one-
too?
The one between
Yeah, I
Ica
have, yeah.
and
Insane.
Keisha, the Rudy on the Cosby Show, that was so uncomfortable because you can tell that
Celebrity
Keisha
Apprentice
is so
reunion
out
on
there.
Big Brother.
Yes, Celebrity Big Brother. Yeah.
But you've got Omarosa, you've got Keisha Knight Pullman, you've got Brandy Glanville. They've all competed on the Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh, there's more than that. Mark McGrath.
What's with his
I think
face?
almost
Has he gotten
everyone
work
had a
done?
connection to either Celebrity Apprentice or Dancing with the Stars.
Shayna Elizabeth hasn't done anything, has she?
She was on Dancing with the Stars. She dated Derek
She
Huff.
was.
She dated
She was
Derek Huff.
Yeah, she
Derek
did.
Huff's first partner.
She was her
Okay, that's the
partner
most
on
impressive
Dancing with the
accomplishment.
Stars. And she actually competed against Marissa, who's also on this season.
Oh my god, Marissa's interview was so good.
I really like Marissa. I think she's great. She seems like a lot of fun. Like some people get really annoyed by like the super perky psycho like
I've always liked
Broadway
her.
person, but I've always liked her. Yeah, Stacked is a really
Like,
good
when
show.
her and Marissa get on
I
the
was
show,
so
like,
into Stacked when it was on.
Yeah. I think Pamela Anderson's funniest show was Stacked. Like, forget about her on Baywatch. I'm like, she was great on Stacked, and Christopher Lloyd's in it from Back to the Future.
She was awful on Dancing with the Stars, though. I love her, but my God, she had no rhythm.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Like, she looks like she has no rhythm. Like, you know, you can just tell the like people that can dance and the people that can't.
And then you look at people and you're like, you should be able to dance, and then they can't.
Yeah.
Like when Antonio Sabato Jr. competed a few seasons ago, I was like, he should be great. He looks like he can dance, but he couldn't. He was
We've seen
so stiff.
Charleston. Not Charleston, Carlton. Whoops.
Carlton, yeah, Carlton did. Didn't he win?
He did win.
He kicked ass this season.
Oh my god, maybe I should watch Dancing with the Stars.
I don't watch that.
I'm a dance nerd, which is ironic because I'm in a wheelchair. But
Hey, I think they've had people with a wheelchair compete.
If
No,
they
I think
had
that
it,
they
it
have.
would
I don't think they've had anyone that was currently in a wheelchair, but they've had people
now
who have
currently in a wheelchair but recovering. Yeah, Victoria Arlen was just on last year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They've had blind people compete. Like a blind guy did, and a deaf guy. They've had a deaf, no, they've had a blind guy as well.
Niall DeMarco, right?
Yeah,
Niall
yes,
won.
Niall DeMarco.
Niall is precious. We must protect him.
Because
Yeah, he seems really
He
cool.
won America's Next Top Model
He
too,
did.
didn't he?
Yeah,
he did.
Yes.
He was great on that season as well. Like he kind of came from behind because I think at the start he wasn't
And
like,
then he was,
you know, yeah.
and then he was on
Did really
Switch at Birth, the last season of Switch at Birth. I don't know if anybody watched it on.
Really?
I
Family
did. I love
Freeform.
Switch Birth.
He was in the final season of that too.
Top model.
Oh yeah, he was on Top Model, wasn't he?
That's when he first won, yeah.
On Top Model at the moment, they have this chick named Liberty, and she was like, she's blonde haired, and the reason why she's causing all this controversy is she is flat out a Trump supporter.
Oh.
And so
Basically, come around.
all the other girls are hating on her hard. Like,
Liberty.
Liberty.
Funny because on this Survivor, it's Libby, who I'm pretty sure is a Trump supporter.
Yes,
I
I would. I
think
think
she
that's
was
confirmed.
Hey, she hasn't called Trump the anointed one yet. We're okay.
No.
Oh.
But here's a fun fact. Libby has been hanging out a lot with the 19-year-old.
Oh, I thought you were about to say
Michael.
she was hanging out with Anna.
No, so Michael. the
I was
19
hoping for that.
He's been posting on his Instagram stories, and she's been in them over the past weekend. So
Well, does she live in LA, Lee?
Does that mean something? I'm bad at social media.
Because I feel like 10 of them live in LA. Like,
yeah, a
correct
lot
me
of
if I'm
them
wrong.
do, but well, for example, though, I think some of them have even moved on, or they're not originally, or they're just transients. But Libby lives in Texas.
Right, interesting. Well, I mean that makes sense then.
The Bible Belt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well, it
sounds
makes sense, I
terrible.
guess, that she's hanging out with Michael because Michael's from Tennessee.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he doesn't have that kind of Tennessee accent in videos that I've seen him talk in, though. So he must have moved pretty early, no?
A lot of them
Yeah,
were from Florida, I thought. I saw a lot of Florida in the bios.
Yeah.
Sebastian's from Florida.
Of
He
course.
reminds me of.
Yeah, he is.
His hair bothers me. Like, it just seems so, like, dirty.
And this,
He feels like he is just a mold of people that we've
Colors.
seen in the past.
Having, like,
Like, they're
3
saying,
different
how
colors.
do you hold on to the Aussie and the Joe and everyone else and make a new one?
Yeah.
It's like
Like,
making
we've got-
a Survivor guy with a man bun.
But the best version of that character has been Jay, I think. Like, I feel like I'd like to see Sebastian play, but I just, from my initial vibes, I don't think we're going to get Jay levels of, like
Yeah, but
universally
I also
liked.
think that it's a given that we're going to see Jay play again. I think that, and if anything, I mean, look at the promo they did for the season back in December. How many times was Jay in the promo? Like, they can't get enough of Jay.
Yeah, that is very true.
So, and Adam and I can say too, when we were out there for the finale, like, Jay is the center of the tension whenever he goes into the room. He never tries, he just is.
What was it like sitting in the audience for that whole?
Oh my god. Jay's a fucking blast. Jay was ridiculous in Florida, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, he seems like he's like the life of the party.
That's what you were talking about.
Hmm?
No, I didn't know what you were talking. I just heard Jay, and then you mentioned Florida. Like, oh, that Jay. Okay.
Yeah, there was a silly Hearts of Reality thing that Jay got roped into one of our inside jokes because of our friend Katie.
Is it Neil
yes.
from behind? Is it that joke, or is it?
It was not Neil from behind. That sounds worse, so people don't know. There was a guy that was one of the fans that the problem was from behind, he looked like Neil from Cal Wrong with like tall, long hair and stuff.
Yes.
And friggin'
Right, exactly.
Aubrey was coming up and calling him, "Hey, you're Neil from behind." I'm like, so Aubrey. That was pretty
That's
funny.
a bad nickname.
Oh my god.
But we
That
also
is-
saw Neil's behind that weekend at the same time, so that's a different story.
That's
Yeah,
what.
that was the first. No, that was not the first time I met actual Neil, but yeah, they were all there at the same time.
Exactly.
Neil, I think's pretty underrated. Like a lot of people I feel like he's not very liked on Twitter, but I find him hilarious. I think he's great.
Oh, I agree.
I think
I
he's
only know
fine.
him from in person, and he always seemed cool to me. I mean, I got nothing other than that.
He was always really cool.
He
But
got
I-
a raw end too. I think he should play again. I know that's like a hot take, but I think he should play again. I think.
I mean, I'm biased because I would consider myself buddies with Neil, but yeah, I would obviously.
Hey,
like
I
to
wore his
see him play
immunity
again.
idol. Didn't you two? Didn't we both, Zach?
Do you think returning
Yes, we did.
happening again soon?
Well, yeah, I don't know when the next returning is. There's supposed. I was talking to someone that was applying and stuff. They were talking about the cycle being for like 37, 38, but who knows if either of those are attorney seasons or anything like that.
On Reddit, they said it was probably going to be 37 was returning. I don't know if that's right, though.
It sounds like it could be one of those things they did like with the second chance season where they could end up basically doing the reverse order, and so the people that'll go out and film here soon may end up waiting a full year like the co people did.
Oh, that was
sucks for them.
yeah. That seems like it was really bad for the people who was on the show.
Yeah, well, at first I thought maybe it would just be like a fans versus favorites thing, and then those people wait. But I think that what I've been hearing more and more is that more and more people are getting calls just of interest right now. And I mean, those numbers are getting pretty high up there. And from what I had heard is it seems like, you know, more than half of the 35 cast have been getting called just to pique their interest. And so why are they calling that many people if they're not doing a full return season?
Exactly.
It's just a theory.
Unless they're actually doing Second Chances Part 2 and we get to vote again?
That's what my thinking is. That's what my thinking is that they'll probably pull in around 40 people, maybe 30, and they'll let us vote on them. But
And they love doing
That will
repeat.
air
things.
over a year from now.
I also think the show saw how poorly the fans did, mostly in both the fans versus favorites. Even though I
Yes.
like the fans in
And even Blood
Paramount.
Water.
I like the fans of Micronesia.
Oh, Micronesian fans were way fucking.
Oh, totally.
yeah, they were
Because
better.
a
They
lot of
just
those
didn't
fans
stand a
turned out
chance.
to be all-stars.
The people that played in Fans versus Favorites 1, the whole group was a group of all-stars. The ones in Fans versus Favorites 2, there were like half all-stars and then half like nut jobs that were like elevating Cochran.
Yeah.
And my thing with Fans versus Favorites 2, who liked half of those people? The only person I liked on that cast was Corinne.
I like Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm was
Oh, yeah, Malcolm
good.
was there too. But it's like most of those were just people that Jeff was a fan of.
Yeah, like I didn't even watch Redemption Island ever. So
I didn't either.
I still haven't. It's a
I did.
protest. I just
Neither have I. I didn't watch that or South Pacific.
I did watch South Pacific, but only because I wanted to see the origin of Brandon's situation. I didn't like it.
Is he engaged now, or is he single
I thought he
again,
divorced.
Brandon?
From last
no,
week,
he's
he was getting divorced.
Is Russell
He's
still
still
doing
on
his
social media.
podcast?
I think
Yeah, I
Russell
think-
wasn't because he was doing Hurricane Harvey stuff. I don't know if that's an excuse or whatever.
Oh wait.
And he had Holly from Nicaragua on not too
Yeah.
long ago.
That was in like December. I listened to that one. It was pretty good.
And I didn't hate that because I like Holly a lot.
Ugh.
Yeah. I think he's like on hiatus or something.
Okay. Do you think Holly would come back if she was asked?
I hope she
I think so. I think
Hope
she
so.
Yeah.
I'd like to,
Holly was a
Who do
great
you want to
character
see
in
never
the
be
Yeah.
in the game again?
but I don't know.
What?
I feel like
Like,
that
who are you-
season, no one's gonna come back.
I think that overall, they for some reason think Nicaragua was some disaster of a season, and while it was, the characters on there were much better than the South Pacific folks.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think any potential.
The only
to, like,
person who deserved to win South Pacific is the person who won, in my opinion. And all of the other characters were, very meaningless to the plot of the story.
I think Nicaragua had
Yeah.
potential until like the trio of like Alina and Marty and Brenda went home, and then it just kind of went to shit. I think.
Nicaragua was the season with Naomi.
In the quitters,
Yeah.
I think that anytime you
Oh.
have quit in the midway through the jury, and one of them was someone that you forgot was even on the show, I think that's an issue.
It's like
And I
can't
still
even.
can't believe that Colton quit twice. I mean, I feel bad for him because his boyfriend died, but he quit the game twice.
Is that confirmed that he quit the first time, or is that just what CBS
That's
wants?
what Jeff said because he was mad. I don't think they would have let him medevac as like a space safe thing, but maybe I don't know.
I think it's
Jeff said
I think
he
it's really
didn't
bad
want him
because
back, but he vetoed or something.
I
It
just
would
feel
be
like it's
it
such
would
a
be
good
very
position.
one world of him to have quit that. It's just it would be a one world thing to do.
That's true.
because like it sucks as like from like as an individual thing you don't know what Colton's situation is. From a storytelling perspective, you have this villain who never truly got his comeuppance because he never got out of the game traditionally, like other people that have tried to stir the shit, like Russell and Randy and stuff. So it would almost seem like he never got his comeuppance. So it's like there's so much like loose ends there for someone that they felt like was so hated, but never really, but still was able to leave on his own terms and other people's.
And I actually, this is more of a hot take. I actually wouldn't hate to see Colton play again, just because I think after all he's been through, I would be interested to see if he has
grew up
changed
this time?
as a
No, I don't
person,
think so.
or
Would he
I don't
want to
know.
play again?
I would watch him on Big Brother. I think he'd do well on that.
Agree.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
I would want to
We
see him
just
on
don't
Big
get asked back, so
Well, here's what I think. I think CBS should really go like all out and do like a battle of the reality stars like year where they say like Survivor, this year's Survivor or this season is just all like former, reality CBS reality people, and you do that
with
on
all
big.
the different reality shows.
Yeah, I
Like
would
the-
say so.
like the challenge, but for CBS.
Yeah, like the
Yes.
challenge but for CBS. Like I feel like CBS, like we have Jody on The Amazing Race, but like they don't really like to like mix too much, and the times they do, it's really like odd use cases. Like it's odd that the twins from The Amazing Race are the only players to make it over onto Survivor, and that like Hayden Moss is the only player to make it on from, and Caleb are the only two from Big Brother.
Boston
Like
Rob and Cameron played 2 seasons of The Amazing Race after they did Survivor.
they did, yeah. And so, but I feel like there's been no person to really make the crossover onto Big Brother. Like I think they tried with Willie Hantz to maybe try and get a network of Hantzes on CBS shows, but that didn't work out so well.
The closest they had was Jeff and Jackie from The Amazing Race, but they've never had a Survivor person on Big Brother. That's the only crossover that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, and I think it should.
I'd like to see someone like good from Survivor on Big Brother.
Like Suri.
Yeah, well,
question,
Suri would be
guys.
ideal.
Wait, I have my theory because I feel like there's some people who maybe didn't do as well on Survivor that would be better in a Big Brother setting. Case in point, my first point would be Bryce from
Oh,
Kageyama.
Bryce, definitely.
Yes.
Mhm.
I feel like
And
he
vice
would really own that.
Yeah, the
In my
reverse.
person,
People
we
who
have
early on
Cody.
Big Brother.
And,
But
and
like Bryce,
Good on
with the
Survivor.
casting of Big Brother, that might be an issue because it's very white and very young and very straight.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like that would be my concern.
Eh.
Hey, okay, I got a question for you guys. This is for everybody. So,
Okay.
what are you guys doing this weekend?
What is this
I don't know. I don't know what the
Working.
fuck you're talking about with all the Big Brother shit.
Working.
Working. Okay.
My friend's having a goodbye party because she's going back to China, so I guess I'm going to that.
That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Because our visas are all expiring, so.
And Trump says no.
Yeah, Trump is not into any foreigners.
He's a
I
fucking.
prefer not to discuss him on my Google Hangs. So let's get going. What's with the weekend
Sorry, my
plans?
fault.
Oh yeah, I had to pop up on my Uber ride to get a
This is my
haircut.
happy zone, guys.
Yes. Hi, Bo, wherever you are. I don't know.
Oh,
where
he
you are.
just hopped back up. He's got his here, his favorite little toy.
Oh, the dog, yes.
Oh, I was like, is that a
We have a
hedgehog or
patron
something?
named Bo. I thought Zach was trying to get a patron Bo. I'm like, he's on the call. What are you doing?
No, my doggo. He's waiting for me to
Doggos.
throw this now.
Oh, we have more patrons here that weren't in the platinum chat, so I can tell the story of what happened to me last weekend with my grandmother.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
do it.
The Platts know this. It's been an interesting weekend because my grandmother has been. We had to move my grandmother into an assisted living facility. Unfortunately, she was falling more, starting to take care of herself. So when we started paying more attention, we found out she was also like taking more of her medication than she should have been. So she's in a state where she needed to get there to that home. So we completely like cleaned out our house of all this stuff that's been in there for like 30 plus years.
Porn.
Well, pretty much.
Oh wow! Shit, I was.
Oh my god.
I walk over. I'm kind of like trying to figure out what to do. I walk into the bathroom, and there's this book that's on the it's on the bathroom counter. Let me read this off for you real quick. Here we go. The Joy of Sex: A Gourmet Guide to Lovemaking.
Oh, I think it was like some kind of cookbook that also incorporates sex somehow.
Oh no, we lost Tony Ann. I scared her off.
Did you send her to the villages?
I did not. We did not send her to the villages. Oh my god.
The vistas.
So, The Joy of Sex. The Joy of Sex, a gourmet guide to lovemaking, complete and unabridged, illustrated edition.
Ooh.
Oh, so it's drawn porn.
Yes, the national bestseller at $12.95. Now $5.95. Oh my gosh. So I peeked. It is definitely illustrated. It's like very 60s. So much 60s. It's like, oh my god.
That is still better than the resident at that one old folks home. I know I told you the story, but the old guy who was watching porn when I was doing my rounds, that was still
traumatic.
No, sounds like your grandmother's classy is all I'm getting.
Evan, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
It's okay. But we also were having to go through like her VHS tapes of stuff that was recorded, and we found a beta tape. So you think
Betamax. Wow.
Yes, it was a beta. So you think of a standard VHS size. Betas is about this size. It's even smaller, like before VHS thing. The write-on for it was that it was like circa Playboy 1980s erotica.
Kinky.
So she had taken the time
very
aside
hairy.
to record a Playboy thing as well.
Man, my grandma's just sneaking cats into her old folks' home.
For all you know.
Oh my gosh. And there's one more thing. My cousin let me know that apparently I got to the thing late when they had started like cleaning everything out.
It's getting moist here.
My cousin found her vibrators.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of nice your grandma's so sex positive.
Yeah. I ain't discriminating. I think it's just funny because it's just something you're not really expecting, even though you should, because old people get horny too.
They do. People are gonna go. It's that kind of thing. It really is.
Do you find that old people also like to be hoarders? Like when I cleaned out, when my grandma moved and we had to clean out her place, we found out that she had like 5 kettles and 3 toasters. And we're like, why do you need so many kettles? Like you're not boiling that much water. I don't understand. Like
I got rid of my VHS player. I'm gonna use that damn.
Yes, she had a VHS player too. Yeah. It's like I feel like because old people grew up in the Depression, they have to hold on to everything because they're worried like people are going to take it from them or something.
I got something that what you just said. You're absolutely right. I remember a lot of times I would check when I have to check residents' rooms. I always wondered like, why the fuck aren't they flushing their toilets?
Oh,
like, they're not clogged. But then I actually asked about it, and a lot of them. Not the residents themselves, but people I guess that knew, they would tell me like, oh, actually that's something to do with the Depression and water, and like they're reluctant to flush their toilet unless they've absolutely had to. I don't know, but I've seen that a lot too. They like it wasn't even like I'm not trying to say that it's clean because I mean there was still like a turd in the fucking toilet, but it wasn't like they shit the whole thing up and then decided, oh, now I'm gonna flush it. Like it was still gross. It's not okay. But I guess I kind of understood it more. I guess is all I'm gonna say. Fuck that though. I'm still gonna flush my toilet.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of. I know, Allison. That's good. Your reaction's kind of like. I don't know. I worked with these people for a long time, so I saw a lot of gross shit, and that's not even close to the worst.
It's going to be weird to see like millennials now. Like imagine when like people our age are like 60 and 70 and we've grown up with like Snapchat and all these like computers because like we're the first generation to really have that constant digital internet culture and we're going to be fucking old. It's going to be interesting to see how we're like as old people, whether we go into those sort of old people habits or we kind of do things that are not considered
there's already, I mean, there's certain old people habits that I've noticed that I've already started to have where I hear like really shitty music or stupid trends and I'm just like, I feel like I'm yelling at a cloud, you know? And I'm like, fuck, that's what it must be like to be like 65 and just angry at everything that's, you know, younger than you are.
Yeah, one of the things that I've noticed with my mom has Alzheimer's and she has like done this thing where she reverts back to like things that she knew in her childhood. So she starts bringing up things that like, oh, I remember so-and-so grew up in that house. But it's like she's never brought that up for, you know, the whole time that I've known her. So I was thinking like, at what point what am I going to start talking to people about if I get like some way where my memory starts to slip? I'm like, what is my cutting point? Do I just start like going to look for MySpace again? Even predates that? I don't know.
Bad plan.
I just looked at MySpace a couple days ago. Wasn't good.
So it still exists. Wow.
I remember when my friends laughed at me because I was at a community college at the time, so I didn't have a college email and I couldn't sign up for Facebook as a result. And all of them were like, they had already transferred to some university or another. So yes, they used to laugh at me for not being able to sign up for Facebook like they did. Fuck off. I don't want to join your guild. Leave me alone. Sorry, I'm playing a game right now.
You always play another game when we're doing this.
I'm tabbed out right now. It saw it blank, so I looked in there and some asshole wants me to join this fucking group. Fuck off. Maybe if there's an ATF guild, there isn't one.
A what?
An ATF guild group, whatever.
There could be. We have the Discord chat that McRae made.
Who was ever in there?
I try. I'm a moderator. I joined it.
I've seen you post. I will give you that, Zach. I have seen you come a couple times like, hey guys, how's it going? And I noticed it 3 or 4 days after you sent it. Even though I have Discord open all the time, it doesn't like notify me when messages come through. So.
I don't always have it up either. We had so much fun on our Town of Salem night, though. Deanna was such a blast with it. It was a lot of fun. I would love us to do more stuff like that.
Me too.
Did you hear that?
There's a great board game called Secret Hitler. I don't know if anyone's familiar.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's funny. Adam. It sounds like the drinks at this like little crummy bar. Never mind.
Yeah,
so good.
I've never heard of it. I actually just got it for Christmas. I haven't even opened it up yet, but I had heard good things about it.
Like I've heard of it. I didn't know it was a board game. I just thought it was some sort of thought experiment.
It still is. It can be both.
Yeah, it's kind of like werewolf, right?
Yes.
I haven't played it, but I have a board game as well, Lee. And yeah, it I think it is a bit of a mind game, and you're trying to figure shit out. So it sounds fun.
I feel like Cards Against Humanity is preferable.
Oh yeah.
I'm over that.
I'm kind of over it too. I feel like once you played it a few times, but it's still fun.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw this when I was posting in there and I was talking with Marissa the other day, but I have taken out all of the cards that came with Cards Against Humanity, and what I ended up doing is I bought these clear labels. My friends and I just started typing in our own cards and printing them out on those label paper things, and so we play entirely with sets that we've made on our own at this point. So
I think that'd be way funnier. I feel like if you go in with a group and you all know each other really well, and you know the dumb shit that they've done, you can make cards around that, and it can be much more personal of an experience.
There's a game like that. You know, the game of things. That's kind of what it is.
What's that?
So it's so how do I describe? So there'll be a topic like things that annoy you, and you each write your thing, and one person is the one who has to guess who said it. And again, when it goes to if you're in a group of people you know, you can just use inside jokes.
Yeah,
all you're given is the topic, and you can write whatever the hell you want. It's so fun.
Zach.
Yes.
You're saying you're going to the Philly meetup, right?
Yes, I am.
When is that again?
That is going to be the weekend of 420.
You know, I highly doubt that I'll be able to go to that, but that is actually a lot further off than I expected. So maybe.
We've got 4 people in the call that are going to that.
I got 12,000 Southwest points. I don't know if that'll help me get to fucking Philly, but
I'm using my points. It's gonna cost me
I don't know if I'm still gonna live here then. So
you don't know if you'd live there. You'd be living close by then.
I don't know if I'll still be in America by then.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm Canadian. I gotta get a job within the next 2 or so months, or I gotta go back.
Where?
Fast food.
Canada. So.
Get something quick.
Vancouver.
If that works.
Vancouver. Oh.
Yeah, I went to
on the other side.
You're by Deanna, I think.
Yeah, I went to the University of Toronto though, so I don't even know where I'd move back to.
Yeah, so I live in Kitchener, so I'm just an hour away.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's awesome. I guess
Although
I
I'm
never
trying to get out of here.
went there, but I heard it was fine.
Yeah.
Ringing endorsement.
Oh my gosh.
I've been to Toronto. I love Canada. I think you guys are so
really?
nice. Yeah, it's really great.
I'm not, but thank you.
And that's why we're in the cult.
I know. Was this a while ago you went?
Yeah, so I went for Big Brother, but yeah, I went for the Big Brother Canada season 3 thing, which was fun. But, yeah.
I probably still live there then.
Sorry?
I probably still live there then.
Oh yeah, you probably did. You probably did. Yeah, because it was.
It's too bad we didn't know each other.
2015. Yeah, too bad.
Yeah. Oh, I moved here in 2014, so maybe not. But I was probably
Well, that was Big Brother 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I went in summer, and it was pretty cool seeing Niagara when it was warmer. But I feel like it's so cold over in the States at the moment that you guys, it's just too cold for me. It's I don't know how you guys are dealing with it.
I still can't deal with it. I've lived here.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's Canada in general or just Montreal, but I went this weekend and the snow and the ice looked shiny and shimmery.
Montreal has worse winter than what we have.
Yeah, when I went to Montreal, I thought I was gonna die. It was so cold. But I was from Vancouver, so it's warm there.
I don't even, just like the snow and the ice just look really shiny. Like they put something on the snow almost. I don't know. It didn't, I doubt they did, but.
I think maybe they just didn't salt it or something. Like it just froze real hard.
Or it's just that cold.
Yeah.
So has anyone here ever gone on a ski trip? So I went on a ski trip last year, and it was an absolute disaster.
I went when I was in like
I've been to a couple.
7th or 8th grade.
Only when I was 7th grade school trip. Never again.
Never again.
I'm not really a fan of cold weather activities.
I'm really bad at it. And like the thing was, like I didn't like I was expecting like okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting like the sun to at least be shining. And so like, you know, like like nice conditions out. It was just like really blustery, freezing weather.
Warm while you were skiing?
No, I just wanted the sun to be up. Okay. No, I just wanted the sun to like you know, like clear skies. It wasn't clear. And it was just really bad conditions to like learn how to do it. And my friend that I was with was so determined to be like, oh, should we ski? Should we snowboard? He's like, let's learn how to snowboard. And I'm like, and everyone tells me snowboarding is way harder to actually learn. And yeah, and so I was doing this, and I physically did not have the energy to get up. Like it was just so mentally draining. And so I just pulled the pin and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna learn how to ski this trip. But I had a fun time, and you know, we did a whole bunch of other stuff as well. But my God, I feel like a ski trip is like the last thing I'd want to do now. Like it's good to try things once and know that you never want to do it again.
You mentioning? Oh, no, go ahead.
I think I've only gone skiing when it was sunny. Snowboarding is way harder. When I tried to learn that, it was a disaster. I just rolled down a mountain slowly.
Yeah, I think next time definitely 100% ski, but I'm not in any rush to go back.
I would never go when it was like gross out.
No.
I don't know why you just go drink in the lodge. Whatever.
Well, yeah, après ski. I'm a big fan of après ski, whatever the fuck they call that. That's fun.
Yeah, I need to go skiing again. I haven't been since I was like 19. So it'd be a lot more
been in like 5 years, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Because Zach, when or rather, when he mentioned that when he went skiing that he was expecting or hoping that the sun would be out, made me think of like when we were at the beach. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God, the failed beach patron hang.
Well, it actually ended up being all right.
Which beach?
We went to a beach that Max recommended. I was like, hey, I'm gonna try to get some patrons together for like it was during the Game Changers finale.
Right.
And I was asking for beach recommendations, and he gave us the Will Rogers Beach. It was like a mostly like empty beach, at least for that, but there wasn't really much of anything else going on there. It was cloudy, and the beach was rocky. And like,
I love rocky.
Was the sand horrible?
What do you mean it was rocky?
Like when you went in the you didn't go in the water. Michael and I did.
I mean, I didn't like fucking swim.
What are you talking about? I wasn't there.
I was at football with a Hunter.
No, different Michael.
Oh, your friend, local friend Michael.
Yeah, local friend Michael. Yes.
It's so
weird. The watermelon and shit, and the pineapple and all the fruit.
Yes, he brought us fruit.
Yeah,
he brought food for us at the beach. It was so awesome. But
was there rocks instead of sand too, or just in the water?
There were rocks in the sand, in the water specifically. The beach was sandy, but once you were in the water, there were rocks in the water, like significant rocks.
No, I don't know. I don't even remember that. I just know I got fucking burned to shit.
Oh, we all got burned. It was bad.
I mean,
that was. I think that was our first time meeting Annie, Syndrex Annie.
She told me that was a bad beach when we were in, because when after ATF we were like, which beach should we go? How about the one you went to? She's like, no, we're not going there.
I don't even know like what her complaint would have been of it. We just sat like she only was sitting on the sand on a towel.
Most of us were sitting around all the time. The people that really moved more around were me and my local friend Michael.
Like I know a lot of us are throwing the football around, but that was it. I mean,
oh yeah, true.
Oh, I love being in the water a long time.
We'll figure it out. Fingers crossed that they have another ATFs.
Wasn't there supposed to be something in the first quarter, or did I imagine that?
Well, it needs to be in Temecula, and it needs to be the same weekend as Reality Rally. That's what, like, I really want to see them.
No, they just need to do it near the finale. Reality Rally.
Is it, from what I understand, Reality Rally is around Cinco de Mayo. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, like March.
Cinco de Mayo is May.
No. They had their anniversary party for the podcast last February, which is why I was thinking there might be something this February.
That's what I thought too. I do. Yeah.
It was really short notice. It is February now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Coasters in the future it is.
Oh yeah, all you East Coasters, happy February!
Yeah.
Great.
It's actually going to be surprisingly warm out here. Like, I'm pretty happy about that. Like, it's mid-60s.
You're in Chico now.
Mid-60s. I know, but still. It's been chilly. My hands are cold right now, okay? Feel bad for me.
Bummer.
You're in Chico, Evan?
What?
Well, you're in Chico, so all I think about of Chico is the OC. Is that?
No, I'm nowhere near. No, I'm
No,
near
but I mean, like, this TV show that when they talk about Chico, California.
No, they might be saying Chino. That's what everyone mixes it up with. I'm near Sacramento.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have a very
nowhere near Southern California.
I have a very basic question.
Okay.
Why? I get Corinne's apartment situation as a disaster. Why does that mean she's moving out of LA in general?
Probably because it's expensive. I don't know. Well, I guess
I feel like I'm
enough.
I think she was just done with LA because she's been there 10 years.
Yeah,
I think she just wants a change and she doesn't want to live in LA anymore.
Yeah, one of the good things about Denver too is, especially since she flies Southwest a lot, something I could attest to is that it's easy to fly from Denver anywhere else. So
it's pretty central.
It's very central when it comes to flights.
Wait, hold on. No, sorry, that's not. It just made me realize, like, why do we never have a meetup in Vegas? I mean, considering everyone goes to SoCal.
Yeah, I'm in Vegas often for work,
and I can cheat because I can just stay with my fucking family if I need to. But
I can drive to Vegas. I don't know if we
I could
can
deal with
tolerate.
Vegas. I'd go.
I feel like Gainies are a decent amount.
See, there you go.
I don't know if we can deal with any patron stories in Vegas.
That's the best ones, or that would have to be the best ones. Think about the kind of shit that, not that it's anything amazing, but I mean, considering what we have from the ATFEs or the Florida events, but Vegas, it's got to be better.
I feel like that's where the orgy happens.
Well, okay, Vegas it is then.
Like an absolute worst, at least you can get free drinks and sit at the slot machines, you know?
Exactly. Somebody
That's what happens.
You give the waitress a tip. There you go. You got a drink.
No EDM festivals.
What, Zach?
I said no EDM festivals though.
Oh
yeah, well no, they moved EDC back to May. So Zach, if you want to go there again, there's enough.
No more. But Zach, have you gone to EDC once? What was it like?
Oh my god.
Zach, just let me know if you don't want me to ever bring that up again. I promise.
No, I'm okay with it.
I don't know if this is some big secret.
The thing was that because it's so funny because my best friend in college, he's like big on like EDM music and stuff like that. So he was going to EDC and he asked if I wanted to go along. And honestly, I went not because music, but I haven't seen my friend in a while. So I was going to devote my weekend to it. So I went up there and it was worse at the same time because they had like a separate group of friends, Evan's group of friends. They were like, Zach to be Vegas. Let's all go to Vegas. I'm like, shoot, now I have two groups of friends in Vegas at the same time. But I spent the first night of the EDC weekend at EDC. Did not go back to the other two nights. I was like, nope, no more of this.
You should have sold your wristband then. That's a lot of money.
I should have. I know I should have, but for some reason I didn't think it would work. I don't know. But it was really rough.
Druggy in Vegas would be the difference.
It was really. Oh my god, it was really rough because my best friend and his friend, they're both in the army. So we were actually staying on the Air Force base that was fairly close by.
Wow.
But the problem
was
was
that
that
civilians on the airbase?
Yeah, I was counted as a civilian on the base. Yes, I stayed on the. They have an inn that's there for it, and that's where I was staying with them.
Right.
As the civilian guest to the two of them. I mean, that's the thing. Since they were part of the army, they could potentially have been like tested for anything that they had. So they went to this rave from like dusk till dawn, 3 days in a row, completely sober.
Did they really?
They did.
Like not even alcohol. Like,
I mean, I
no.
saw them. I saw
Not even
Dan
alcohol.
the first night you guys, everyone got in, and then the final day, like when well, actually, a lot of you guys left. I was staying in Vegas for another like week and a half, but something like that.
But it was just such a mess because they are army guys that are a lot more fit that could walk around all night and stuff like that. Like I think not even 5 hours in, like 4 hours, and I was like, "Can I sit? Like, please?" Like, I can't. And I was just like, I was so drained, and like leaving was horrible. It was like 6 a.m. and imagine like about 100,000 people trying to leave the raceway through one exit. It was like the worst traffic I've ever had.
Just think, Zach. While you were doing that, we were all sleeping in the hotel.
I know. So after that, I didn't do any more of it. I went and hung out with Evan and another group of friends of ours that are also all Survivor fans. Katie was one that is the one that usually goes to Hearts with me and Evan and stuff like that. And then to top it all off, my car broke down on the way back from Vegas to Phoenix. At least it was just in Henderson, but we had to find another place to stay for a night because my car...
You had the worst fucking luck, man.
Yeah, I
was
know.
Awful.
Mhm.
And when was that? What year was that again? Like 2015 or? 2015? Something.
I've had my car for about 2.5 years now, so I think it is. I think it is 2015.
Did we go to Florida that year, or was that before
No.
you went the first time?
It was before I went the first time because it's been 1.5 years since I started doing Florida stuff.
10th anniversary. Apparently.
Oh, good lord!
Omar is asking me like, who do you think we should invite? I'm like, I don't know. I tell you the same people.
Omar's in charge of this, and he's like deciding which celebrities to invite, and he invites a lot of people that like. It's interesting. I don't know.
Sequester! Invite Sequester.
Please don't let him. Oh my god! Please no.
Invite who? I couldn't hear you.
Sequester.
I don't know who that is.
Evan. Okay. Evan, yeah,
Is it
Evan,
a podcast? God damn it.
no, it's well,
There should be a drinking game. Take a shot every time somebody tells Evan to listen to a podcast.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't want to kill you.
We'd be dead.
Well, like Evan, how many episodes behind are you?
Oh, how many
That's a
episodes are there?
Behind.
No, I'm asking how many episodes are there. You'll see why.
96, I think.
I'm 95 behind. Okay.
Oh wow!
I think he's only listened to like the one it made him listen to that I was in or something.
No. It was something on my own. I don't remember. Whose cat is that?
Yeah,
That's mine.
Sounds like a child.
That's mine.
Oh.
Zach, your cat. Hey, your pussy.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know in here who is on the Patron Snapchat group, but
Yes.
I would post about that dog, my neighbor's dog,
The
who
husky.
leave
Oh
it
no!
out all the time. You know, those fucking assholes. They still do it, but now the dog, and I mean, I still feel bad for the dog. Don't get me wrong, but it's starting to get annoying now because the dog itself is like learned how to bark, so he barks all the fucking time. So now he's annoying, and I hate his neighbor, or I hate his owners because they won't just leave him inside. And my room is raging.
I heard that.
I heard that.
Oh, good. Okay.
I don't think my dog would survive outside. Like, he needs to be within 3 feet of me on a pillow at all times.
I was going to say he seems very pampered, but that's okay.
It's an apartment dog. What are you gonna do?
No,
My family has a Havanese, so same boat.
I pampered the fuck out of my dog, my border collie. I love that guy.
Oh man.
I don't have room for a border collie.
But
is that the cat that was?
That's the cat. Now now Zach's giving him attention.
Oh. What, Zach? You were gonna say something?
That's Zach. This is another Zach.
No. I know. I thought you said my name. Like, as you're gonna ask me something.
I was just saying that. Yeah, this is my cat that was meowing.
Ah, okay.
Why did you shave its tail?
He got into something, and it was all sticky and oily, and we couldn't wash it out.
Oh, that's called a life lesson.
Yes.
Oh, the poor kitty.
Oh my god.
All right, guys. I'm gonna bounce out. Bo's already asleep.
You're killing me here, Allison.
Thanks for joining, Allison.
Bye, Allison.
Allison. Bye, Bo.
Nice to meet you.
Bye. And now Goldie's the last girl standing.
Oh, yay!
This is about the normal ratio we normally have.
Usually how it is.
I can't hold it anymore.
Well, do you think it's also a ratio about like I do feel like people that are fans of reality TV, there is like a gender imbalance more often than not, and I think that's like seeps into the podcasting as well.
I definitely think there's a gender imbalance, particularly in the podcasting. I don't know if there is in the fan base or if it is the fan base that tends to look on the internet is more prevalently male. And more prevalently gay guys, but
oh yeah, exactly.
Are we pretty evenly split in ATF gender-wise? I feel like we're kind of not that far off from it.
I think
feel
it's
like
more
there's a
evenly
little
split
more
than
men, but that's
everywhere
about
else.
it.
We should do like statistics someday, like male to female, wherever.
A census? A census?
Yes, ATF census.
We should do a census.
The next project.
What's the word I'm looking for? Not headline. Strong arm? No. Streamline? I don't know. I'll start it.
I'll do it. I like doing these. I like statistics.
You must be counted.
You must be counted.
Yeah, make it mandatory.
Byline? No, that's not it either.
Exactly. Also, hello, Connor.
Hi,
Virgin Connor.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
Not so virgin, Connor.
Connor, did you see this season's Curb Your Enthusiasm? Watch all the episodes.
I fucking did. My one watching all the episodes.
Oh, we got one of the other Connors.
Connor, we can't hear you, Connor.
You can't hear me at
I
all?
just know that it's not.
You're like
it's a
kind
little
of
bit better.
like,
It's a
you're
little
like
better now.
muffled almost. Try it. Hold it there.
You good, man?
He's trying.
Wait, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're just quiet.
Yeah. How is everyone?
We're good here.
All right.
Can I ask about what that artwork is like behind you, Connor? Like what it's like. I saw that. I'm like, what the heck is this?
It's my roommate's tapestry. I don't know.
It's like Day of the Dead type stuff.
Yeah.
Dia de los Muertos.
We don't have much wall art in our.
Oh, I got nothing hung up, so you're ready.
That's still
Anything
pretty
you have
cool,
up on
though.
the wall, you got me beat.
Nothing.
I'm pretty empty too.
Oh God, Keystone is so disgusting.
Buy better beer.
I didn't buy it at all, so it's free.
But yeah, Evan, for the thing we were talking about earlier, Sequester is an online reality game. So it's pretty much people who just are playing an online reality game.
It sounds familiar for some reason, but I don't know.
It's all over Twitter, Evan, so you would have seen it. Like, it's just this.
Oh, wait. I saw people post about it in ATF. I still don't know what it is, but that's where I heard about it.
It's pretty much just a online version of reality show where people that are online are playing this reality game. Not like anything network, it's just more for fun and stuff. But the big joke of it was that there are sequesters. These people that are playing sequesters, or have played, they're being invited as stars for the reality event that's in Temecula.
Oh, that's ridiculous!
And one of them's one of our patrons.
One of them is a patron of ours. Yes.
Who is that?
Her name's Deborah.
Deborah what?
Gogrin?
Or
Go Gagan or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'd have to see.
Go Gagan. Whoops. That's all the first time I meant.
Gagarin?
I'm gonna look it up. Give me a second.
It's one of those like things where it's not like what you say it, like it's spelled differently to how you would pronounce it.
Exactly, but Deborah's also in this group and can view this. Deborah, I'm sorry we're butchering it.
Wait,
but yeah, the funny thing is as well, the Reality Rally lineup only has 3 Survivor players, so it's definitely gone way down from the days of.
Who's the third?
Yeah.
Why? I mean,
Jillian and Corey.
It's Jillian, Christina, and hang on, let me get the.
No, well, I mean, I'm not doubting the list. What I'm wondering is like, does anybody know why it's so low?
Well, because I think people see that she is like a bit of a Nazi about us.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Deborah
I
want to know why Christina.
Deborah Gogren. I think. Yeah, Deborah Gogren.
I don't know.
Well, Christina, I think will go to the opening of an envelope. Like she seems nice, but she always goes to everything.
And, you know, she totally means well, but she just wants to stay so relevant. So when we were watching the finale, and we're talking about when Ben finds one of those idols, and people start asking Christina, they're like, "What happened, like with idols on your season?" And I couldn't even remember what season she played on. And I just looked at her and I asked her,
right?
like, immediately, moment. I was like, Christina, was there an idol on your season? I couldn't even remember. And
were you on a season?
Were you on a season?
She was on a season, but I couldn't remember her for anything.
Well, she was pre-merge, right?
Yes.
Just like Billy in that season, who also wins everything. No, I think she goes to more things.
No, Billy goes to a lot of things. Like I was at the Know-It-Alls in New York, and Billy was there, and like I was just trying to walk out. Like I had no interest in really conversing with Billy, and he came up and said hello. It was really nice to me, but I was like, I thought your crush on Candace was really like weird, to be quite
Hold on,
honest.
you didn't say that, right?
No, I didn't say that. I'm not a
good, because I'm like, that's kind of fucked. Like, I get what you're saying.
No, I said that in the back of my mind.
Good. I've met him plenty of times in person, and I'm like, I think he's fucking weird too, but I would never go like,
no, I would never do that.
You're kind of a giant fat creep, dude.
Never would do that. No, I would never. Like, I only talk to people I like. So, like, I was just
politically, he's an ally. So I can say
that's
that
true.
much.
Yeah.
You know what I was shocked at? Maybe I shouldn't be, but Bob, I remember I don't know if this was before you went, Zach. I can't remember what year it was, but I know it was one of the mornings in Florida. We were all sitting down at the patio, whatever you want to call it, in the poolside. And I was sitting at a table with Billy Garcia and Bob Crowley, and there were a few others. I just don't remember who else was there. And on the topic of, it wasn't Trump because it was before him. I was shitting on Mike Huckabee, because he's fucking a piece of shit and deserves it too.
Well, my.
And I just remember. That's right. Okay, if you could find out what year he said this, then you could find out what year it was. But he basically said something along the lines of like, "Oh, something that Obama did or whatever was equivalent to like basically shoving Jews in the oven." And I'm like, what the fuck is, it's something like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this dumb shit talking about? And I remember bringing it up, and it kind of just started turning into general like right versus left type of shit. And I remember Bob, who is the nicest guy I've ever met at that fucking event. Have you met him? Oh, that's right, Zach. You were smoking weed with him. That's right.
Yes.
But he smokes weed. I love Bob. Oh.
Bob is awesome. I mean, I will say that regardless of whatever his political ideology is, he doesn't strike me as a gung-ho Trump supporter or anything like that, but he's definitely like politically conservative at the very least. Right. He's still a cool fucking guy though. So I don't know, like, wait, hold on. Corinne likes him, right?
Yeah, Corinne loves him.
That's what I figured. Yeah, I mean, from what I understood, even before the podcast. Okay. Either way, Bob's great. Buck Kenny. I love Gabon.
Sugar.
I thought it was
Sugar's
awesome.
the worst. I love Gabon.
I really like Gabon. I didn't really hate. All right, to be fair, wait, Zach, is this archived?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't saying anything bad, so I don't care who hears.
Go ahead.
Because I already told you. No, when I watched the show originally, I I remember thinking like, wow, Corinne is such an asshole. I thought that. I'm not going to, why lie about it? I did think that. Obviously, the edit can portray things one way or the other. I totally understand that too. Now that I've seen Corinne on, well, mostly these like live podcast shows or whatever the fuck they call them, she seems a lot more personable to me. So, okay, great. She seems really cool. So I'm not going to hold that against her. I've never seen Sugar have a breakdown. I've heard about it. I think I told you, Zach, the very first finale I went to when I was rooming with Laura. And Laura was telling me that I guess Sugar went back with Dan Liu. I don't know. I don't know how true it is. That's just what they told me when I got back to the room. And basically she was having a breakdown and I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Why? I don't know, because that was like kind of the point when I didn't think there was anything really wrong with Sugar. I was like, what's wrong with her? She seems cool. Well, I'm not gonna.
I think I'm just a dickhead because I had the opposite read. I loved Corinne from day one and thought Sugar was so annoying. And then when Sugar took it, yeah, sorry, I was just gonna say when Sugar, like Corinne's speech at Final Tribal Council where she eviscerates Sugar is still one of my favorite moments of all time.
That was okay. No. Let me make a revision to what I was just saying. Literally, episode 1. I remember that. I almost said promo. Jeez, I got wrestling on the mind. Her confessional, and I was like, "Oh, she's fucking awesome." Because that whole like, I don't give a shit about anybody else. Fuck them all. I'll tear them all down and whatever. That mentality. I thought she was cool then. And then as I watched the season, again, I'm going off the edit only, right? I remember thinking like, wow, Randy's fucking great. He felt more natural. I got the impression that Corinne was kind of playing it up for the camera. That was my impression as a fan before getting in any deeper than watching the show itself. So yeah, that was just how I thought. So I don't know. I don't remember if I was like a fan of that Final Tribal Council. Probably not. But again, you know, not that I know Corinne. I definitely don't know her personally. Getting to know her better over the course of the podcasts or whatever. Okay, like I said, I like her more. I definitely like her a lot more than I did then. But that was a long time ago. That was before I met you, Zach. Probably before I talked to anybody, and before previously that Survivor existed. I mean, it was quite a while ago.
A lot of stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely interesting. I would love to go and rewatch seasons because I feel like there were different times it was in states of minds and stuff like that. Because like back when Gabon aired for me, I was like just getting out of high school, and in high school I was like very much the black sheep, the awkward child, like getting myself in trouble a lot with things. So when I watched Gabon,
getting in trouble?
Well, awkward trouble. Like I would get in trouble because I thought I was smarter than the teachers and shit like that. It was bad. It was really
smart ass.
Not just smart ass. I was like trying to prove my teacher wrong in front of the rest of the student body, and that was bad.
Okay.
But the whole point I'm making is that I was someone that was socially awkward and didn't really know a lot of stuff like that. So watching Gabon, I identified more with the people that Corinne was calling the mutants because that's kind of how I felt.
Yeah.
But
did
like,
she say that in the season? I don't remember.
She did.
Yeah, the cool kids and the mutants. That was kind of like what she called the two different alliances. But like, I hit college, and that's when all my social crazes happened. Like, I was pretty well known on campus. I was in the running for homecoming king in my college and stuff like that.
Were you big into Harry Potter then too?
Probably.
Random. Sorry, I just
not as big as Survivor. But like, I mean, that's the thing. I imagine that the Zach before he entered college and the Zach after he was through with college would have probably watched Gabon differently and identify with different sides.
Totally.
I feel like a lot with where I am now. I feel like I probably would have gotten a lot better along with Bob and Charlie and Marcus and Corinne.
Yeah.
And then I would have with like, what?
That's how I feel too.
So I think it's definitely interesting for sure.
Made to dislike them, but
Zach, what I'll say is on my end, when I was watching the first time, I was never a fan of Sugar, but I was a fan, like you were saying, of kind of the outcast. I was a fan of like Kenny and Crystal.
Yes.
And so where I came to dislike Sugar was how she screwed over Kenny and Crystal. And so then, like what Adam was saying, when Corinne's eviscerating Sugar, I love Corinne because it's like she came at this person who I grew to dislike kind of coming around to it from my own way, that I was watching with my own edit, and I was seeing everything from like the perspective of Kenny and Crystal, that I was almost oblivious to how Corinne felt about sugar until the final tribal, when it was so blatantly known.
It's so good. It really is.
Speaking of Kenny, you mentioned like you kind of felt like you, at least originally, felt like you were on his and Crystal's side. I fucking hated Kenny. Fucking hated him. Like I didn't want to because I thought, oh, he's a video gamer. That's the shit I do. Like I kind of like gravitated toward him, but seeing that whole like power corrupts type shit happen with him over the course of the season, and I was like, dude, Bob is awesome. I like Bob from the first fucking episode.
I liked Bob from the start.
And I mean, I'm sure he's not the only one, but he's the one who stands out to me. If there was one person I could ever pick who went out there and obviously they win the game, but on top of that too, enjoyed every moment, like had that adventure. I think he's like the most well-rounded winner in that aspect that I've ever seen. Because you figure there's some people, oh yeah, they're the game bot and they win $1 million and great, you won and props to you. Yeah. But think about the people who go out there, have that adventure, but they lost. He got both. That's how I look at it.
I agree. And I think by the time that you get down to basically with Corinne and the rest of the outcasts are undoing themselves so much that you're not satisfied with any winner besides Bob.
Exactly. I wanted the Onion Alliance to win.
I think I would win at some point, but now I'm like, that would have been bad.
Evan, I see you.
What?
I saw your comment.
Oh yeah, I saw her. I don't know what it was like earlier, just a moment ago, and just her like facial expressions. I was like, that's funny. I have to point this out. I can't hear you.
Goldie, we can't actually hear you. No.
Still can't.
Oh no.
Still can't hear you.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Oh, there we go. I said I can't control my face. It's a problem.
No, that's a good thing.
You'd be good at sign language. It's random as fuck to you. I just remember that was something we had to do when I had to take sign language, and I hated going up and feeling like I had to basically perform because of all the facial expressions. So I felt stupid. But I was like 16, so of course I'm going to feel like an asshole going in front of my class.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I had to do like Spanish and French, but I was really, really bad at both those things. So.
Yeah, it was horrible at learning Arabic in school. Like
really?
Yeah,
that's very exotic.
Well, okay. So I should probably say this. My background, in case you guys didn't know, my background's Middle Eastern, and my parents are originally from Egypt. So I grew up. I grew up in Perth all my life, but I went to a Muslim school, so that's why I learned Arabic or tried to learn Arabic unsuccessfully.
But you said you went to a Muslim school. Didn't you learn it the whole time?
Yeah, it did. So like I learned it from like year 1 to like year 12, and I still couldn't become fluent. It was like but the worst part was both my parents are fluent in Arabic, and they could have taught me when I was younger, but they just didn't. And so I'm a bit annoyed at them about that, but you know.
That was my kind of same issue with me too for Greek, because I went to Greek school the whole time. Yeah. But I found like actually like whenever I went to Greek, I learned way more in like a month than I ever did from all those years wasted.
Yeah, I figure that's how a lot of things are.
For a bunch of classes, and I didn't learn any Hebrew. It made me take it.
Well, I would love to be bilingual because I think like it's such a useful skill to have another language under your belt. And I think that younger kids, they're like sponges, absorb language way more than you do at this age now.
Oh, yeah, that's just natural.
It's just...
See, this wouldn't be bilingual, but I wish I could fake an Australian accent because I think it would help me so much. Huh?
I can teach you.
Please
I can teach you Australian sayings. I can teach you all.
I mean, that'd be great. I feel like that would help me more than Tinder ever does here. Although
Back to the
that's
glossary.
creepy creeper shit because I'd be faking an accent like Ace style. But
Why?
I don't know because
Yeah,
I don't know. Hey, I just
weird.
sorry.
Goldie what? Goldie what?
It was fake, right? That was fucking weird.
I don't know if it really was. I just remember people making comments about that.
You're from Minnesota?
I don't know. I just want Australian girls.
Hey, we've the best. We've some of the hottest women in some of these cities.
Speaking of Australian,
Oh my god.
Yes.
speaking of Australian, the last I feel like we heard from Natalie of the KFC diet was around Thanksgiving time. Any update?
KFC diet? What?
Oh my god, that's a thing. Is she alive?
Oh, finger licking dead.
She's finger licking dead.
I remember a few months ago someone posted, she's like, yeah, I'm fine. So
I'm not dead yet.
You need like a thread where it's like we'll comment it on like every couple of weeks, like wellness check.
Bumping it up.
Because thank goodness we heard from Miriam on the Google Hang tonight.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, she was
Panic attack.
I listened to it. My video was lagging really far behind, so I listened to it on like 1.25 speed. So it was really strange hearing her speak a lot more quickly than usual, just because. But it was on a different setting, so of course she was going to.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm gotta go to bed now. I'm passing out. And
I think I should the same. I'm fighting to stay awake over here.
I totally get it. I'm probably not gonna have this go for much longer. We've had it for like a couple hours.
The West Coast can hang around.
That's only 1:40 in the afternoon.
Adam, I have been talking to Adam, I have been talking to Ashley about it. The idea of like, because I'd be down for like organizing a hang sometime that's like better for like the Australian time zones. I'd be totally down for that.
Yeah, I'd be completely open to that as well. I think that's a great idea. I feel like probably the weekends are better to shoot if we do try something like that. But I mean, I'm in between work at the moment, so I have all the time in the world. But I know others probably are more busy. So let's try and work something out. I'd be very keen for that.
I'm down for that. I'm friends with you and Ashley. Maybe we can we'll have a group chat. As Evan would know, I change the colors and make a new emoji for it like I always do. And
I love changing the colors. I think it's great.
Zach is so organized, at least when it comes to like groups and social shit.
Yes. Absolutely.
But every group needs one of those people. Like, it's so funny because like so many times you'll catch up with people and they say, oh, we have to catch up. And then if no one organizes shit, it never fucking happens.
Very true.
Yeah,
so there needs to be someone who just puts their neck out, will organize, will deal with like, because I think also people hate rejection. So people hate like being like, oh, can we do something? And then someone says no. So
yeah, that's my problem.
That's
where
like
I'll try and just people bail last minute, like, oh, I can't make it anymore.
Yeah, I am the organizer. This is what I do.
I'm hesitant of being the organizer these days.
I think I'm gonna try to talk to Arthur and a few other Chicago patrons in the next couple weeks because I want to organize something in June in Chicago. I tried doing it last year.
That's
but
what I want to, Jordan. I want to do that. I want to do that too.
Wait. When in June?
Good question. I have to figure that out. I tried doing it in August last year, and then like a week after I set a poll, Max and Kern were like, ATFEs. I'm like, oh, well, that's overshadowing this now.
Oh, it's because my birthday's in June, so should need a schedule.
I would definitely go to Chicago.
Hey, Zach.
Yes.
Are you okay? Because I don't know how the fuck half you guys have the money to do the 55 events you seem to do every year, but
I kind of don't.
I don't know how.
I know, but I mean, like, I'm certainly not singling out any one person because I'm just like, fuck, I'm sitting here thinking, like, how fun would it be to go to Philly? Okay, that'd be great, but like a month later is the finale, and I'd like to do that too.
Yeah.
If I could. I don't know what the fuck the group's gonna organize for it. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I will definitely be there.
I would personally. Do you hear this? Personally, I want to live down there because that's the plan. I don't want to be here. Fuck this place. Fuck Chico.
You're gonna be in LA?
Yes, and it's just a matter of transferring or getting my portfolio out there. And someone's like, "Ooh, I like that shit. I like your animation. Come work for us."
Mm-hmm.
Don't know when that's gonna happen, but if that happens, then I can do a lot of these things.
I disagree. I can't get a job in LA.
What'd you say?
I have a master's degree. I can't get a job in LA.
Oh
What's your what did you get your degree in?
Media studies, so production. Shit.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Wow.
Pretty fun.
Well, Evan, you can have first dibs. I have one of the Corinne codes for a hotel. I can get 2 rooms. So for finale week, you can have first dibs.
What?
One of the codes.
How many people can we stuff in these rooms?
So I can get a room at like a Crown Plaza or anything in that neighborhood. So like Holiday Inn, Crown Plaza, for $49 a night.
Oh wow,
that's really good.
Well, that's what I did, Adam, for finale week back in December.
Oh, nice.
We're working with you.
So, but I can get 2 rooms. So if people want to do some cramming or whatever, that's fine. But I will offer up one of those, and Evan, you can have first dibs to it.
Dude,
If I can afford to trip out for the finale, I would do that.
So, but I think that we should try and get more people together. I loved meeting people in December, but
It was so much fun.
Like that was a big thing because like when we did the Game Changers one, Evan had met my friend Michael that came along, non-Patron Michael, because he's like a fairly new fan. He only recently had gotten back into it with
What
How
was
Wrong.
the shirt he was wearing? Was it Game Changers or
No.
what was it?
Oh my god, my friend Michael, he was so funny because he didn't know anything about the theme. He didn't like look for spoilers what the
he had
next
a
season
shirt
was.
Hustlers or something, right?
They had announced Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers, and he came to the Game Changers finale wearing a T-shirt that said Hustlers. So Hustler, but he meant it in like a gay, like in a gay context. So like a couple people came up to him and asked, "Are you on the next season?" And he was just too nice and said no.
Dude,
No, he should have said yes.
That's awesome. I do. Yeah, I forgot the shirt he had, but yeah, like I remember. Oh, okay. So that was not the last season, but the one before it, and that was at the Federal, right?
I think so.
If you remember, okay. I've only ever been to 2, and I've been to like 4 finales. It was Parlor and then Federal. I think it was Federal, and the last time they had it there, which I think was Max's season, so 30.
Maybe
Worlds Apart, whatever that was.
I wouldn't know. I've only been to one finale.
Yeah, whatever season where Mike won.
Worlds Apart.
It was the same bar. And I remember, I don't know, I was like dressed up nice, I guess, and I had people coming up to me, not asking me if I was on the show, but they asked me if I worked for it, like if I was in editing. And then a lot of the editor people, I'm generalizing there because there's a lot more job posting or job categories in that, but they're like, "Oh wait, you don't have a wristband." I'm like, "Nope, don't have a wristband," but apparently I look like I work on the show.
In editing now,
Well, hey, yes.
You could have edited that cast picture better, Evan. What the fuck?
I can edit that fucking picture better. That's awful.
anybody could edit that picture better.
Yes.
Give it to me right now. I can do it.
My 18-year-old sister could. I'm not sure she knows Photoshop, but she could.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
But no, that was that one, and then, well, and let's see. No, I don't know. I keep telling the same fucking stories. I want to the same stories.
Hey, I'm out of here. I better go now before something else comes up.
I know. We're still going.
Like, yeah.
We're ending.
All right.
Don't worry.
Till next time. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Okay, so, Goldie, where are you at right now? Are you in Canada? You're in the U.S. Where?
Brooklyn.
Oh, wow. Okay, shit. I was giving him shit, making fun of him about time zone differences, and she was way fucking Ed. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm in Kentucky too, so.
I lose track of like what some of the random states like in there. Like, I don't know if that's like Central or Eastern. I'd have to look it up. But so are you 3 hours ahead then, or just 2?
Yeah. Okay. And I'm the one that I live down the street from Corinne's brother. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I live in the town that at least Flicka was from. I don't know if she's still here. Ooh. At least you got yours is a better one, yes. But I remember when I used to live up in Reading, like an hour and a half north of here, and that's when I watched Cook Islands, and I was like, oh, I've heard of Chico, California before, and now I live here. And I don't know if she's still here, but I was like, that'd be kind of cool. Because if dude, Zach, I told you about, I don't know, when I told Rhino, like, oh yeah, I'm from Chico. And he's like, oh shit, I know. Everyone seems to know fucking Chico. And then he'd talk about how he'd come up here and party all the time in like the fucking late 90s or some shit. It's like, an asshole is partying in my town. It's like in the middle of nowhere, but it's Chico.
I only ever knew about Chico when I first started hearing about it from you, actually. Mostly because, I mean, I'm an Arizona native and mostly did Arizona stuff.
Oh, to be fair, that's understandable. And frankly, it's fucking Arizona. You guys you're like legendary to the people here. Well, wait, hold on. What was the school you went to? Like
me?
I don't know how many different schools there might be there.
It was NAU, Northern Arizona University. It's the hippie school of Arizona. The other two are bigger ones. NAU is the one known for like the pot smoking one. If you think about it, that's where Joey Amazing came from. Come on.
Oh, of course.
Well, you said you guys went to the same school, right?
Yeah, Joe Engelman and I went to the same college. Yes.
How old is Joe now?
How old is Joe?
Younger than me.
Fuck, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Wait, Zach, is he older than you or younger than you?
That's what I was wondering. Would you two have been the same like graduating class?
Or do you know people that know Joe or something by like
Yes.
2 degrees of separation?
He is a year or two older than me.
Okay.
My cousin was in a jewelry making class with him.
Of
What
course.
was it, jewelry making class?
Yeah, his career for Worlds Apart was that he was like a jewelry maker or something.
Yeah, a bad one.
Yeah.
He didn't full mic. Exactly.
But he's younger than Sierra, I think.
I think so.
Is that right?
Oh, Zach, how old are you again?
Wrong question, everything. I'm 29.
Okay. Well, maybe
Okay, Joe Anglim is 29, 1988, September 30th.
Yeah, and I think
Oh,
Sierra,
88,
Sierra's
right?
my age.
Yeah,
I'm 30, and I think
Yeah.
He's about
It's gotta
2
be
months.
88.
About 2 months older than me. Just 2
High five,
months.
Goldie.
Ooh.
Dang. But we walked away from the point because the reason I brought up my friend Michael was because
yeah,
he
sure.
came. Yes, because he came with us to like the beach and he came over. He surprised us at the finale thing, and he said his big thing was that like he was excited about it because he was excited when he heard that I was coming back with a couple of my friends to LA because he enjoyed the finale so much, not so much because he was getting to meet the survivors, but because of us that he was hanging out with me, Evan, Natalie, Project Lindsay was there with us. So he just had so much fun with it.
Lindsay's great.
Lindsay's amazing.
Although I keep forgetting that's her nickname, but she's awesome.
Yes.
She's the first non-Zach patron that I met.
she's actually the first patron that I met. So.
Oh.
Well, I mean, hold on, actually. Zach, when did you join?
Fuck.
I'm just trying to remember if you joined between the times I actually met you. If I wonder if like physically she might have been the first patron I met. I don't remember.
Lindsay? Oh, the patron group wasn't a thing back when we were still friends at EDC.
Oh no, I know that, but I mean, okay, so that shit. Hold on. When was your first year in Florida with me?
It was 2016, and I was already a patron at that point. So, and you would have met Lindsay at the following finale. I'm pretty sure.
It was the Millennials Gen X one.
Yes, because that would have been the December one after that.
Okay.
Because my first one was after that's why they had so much Cal Wrong. That was the year Neil went. And then the following that whole thing. Oh my god, you're making me think too much right now.
Did you even drink anything tonight?
Yes.
What did you have?
I had 2 Fireballs and Sprites, and I had a pomegranate shandy.
Fireball and Sprite. Ooh, that's damn Zach.
Okay, so
Birthday.
I got added to the group June 15th of 2016. So it was a couple months before Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And how many times have you been to Hearts, Zach?
Twice. 2016, 2017.
I think Leroy just joined.
Leroy? Hello?
Yes.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi, Leroy.
Hi there,
Bye, Leroy.
yes.
I'm on my way out.
Oh, bye, Zach. Leroy, what's new with you? I saw you got to. I heard you got to join the call. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was good.
Awesome. I feel like the call format that they've got going is pretty good for it. At least there's not as many of the mute your mics and stuff like what's happening before.
Yeah, it's perfect now. It's bang, bang, bang. It works really well.
Yeah, it's a lot more organized, and I feel like at least with these things, they're pretty good for us whenever we're having our hangs here too. So, like at least I'm not silencing any of you guys, but everyone's still pretty chill about it. So,
why don't you ask me a question instead?
Oh my God, Evan! Shush. This is being archived. Shush. I'm gonna cut you off there.
Bad.
I just know where that could have led.
Oh, I ain't that drunk. I'm not drunk at all, to be honest. I had very little.
Yes.
I don't have to work
Of course.
tomorrow, so whatever.
Right. Josh, I know that you snuck in. I didn't actually ask how you were doing.
I'm doing all right here. I was drinking. This is one of my Patron Christmas glasses that I got finally.
Oh, Secret Santa.
Secret Santa, yes. Yeah, this was the thing that got turned away at the border.
Oh my God, the border?
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah,
how much coke was in it?
Not that much. But oh wait, there's another glass that would be like if you needed to bludgeon somebody, it's perfect for it.
Bludgeon somebody?
Yes. It's very heavy.
I'm not being mean.
But, I mean, that's the first thing I thought when I lifted it. So
I'm wearing my Secret Santa thing.
Dirty
garden hoe. And I'm wearing shorts. That was not what I meant.
I forgot. Yeah. Hold on.
Worse than I meant.
I don't know if I showed this up. That's mine.
What is that?
The Survivor shot glasses.
Nice.
Oh, that is actually pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
those are pretty big shot glasses, actually.
Yeah.
Who was your
I
Secret
got
Hogwarts poster. I'd have to look her up. I have her on my Facebook. Hold on. I'm really bad at the names, unfortunately.
Mine was
Alice.
I have coasters with like Hogwarts symbols on them.
Oh my gosh!
Ooh.
They're so cool.
I got a couple. Sorry. I got a couple button downs from Emma Whitley, who seems super sweet.
Emma's so nice, but she's too good at the Jackbox games.
What games?
Jackbox. They're the fun party games that we sometimes play on here.
They're really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I like You Don't Know Jack the best.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I want to ask the question that I asked Max and Kern to you guys.
Oh.
What would you do if you knew that you had like 2 or 3 weeks to live?
Oh gosh.
I would leave here immediately. I'd probably go to the Caribbean.
Honestly, I'd probably like. This is gonna sound so like kind of lame and almost like weird, but I think I'd probably like go through my Facebook list first and figure out every person I felt like I still had something to say to and make sure I said it.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I'd listen to the podcast.
right.
I started drinking and eating and not stop and get on a plane and make sure everybody I knew who I liked met me somewhere cool.
Oh my gosh.
72
Take them to the Caribbean.
Caribbean could work.
But how would you like? So like in this scenario, right? Like, would you just like steal money? Like, would you just get a credit card? Like, how do you think people would fund all this stuff, right?
Well, you'd have to get it in like someone else's name.
I would
Like your parents, and that would be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Somewhat related, and this is going to sound very sick, is I have always had this thing where I have thought, what would it be like if you could attend your own funeral?
No, I love that. I've always thought that.
And so so when I was thinking, Leroy, about your question, I was thinking the first thing I would do is fake my death, since I know I'm going to die anyway, so that I could somehow attend my own funeral and see how people would react to my death. Most of them would probably be thrilled. No one would be at the funeral, but I still want to see for myself.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
I would do the most basic thing you can do in travel to as many different countries and cities as I can. Basic pitch.
Basic pitch. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't hate that.
That's the right answer, I think.
Yeah. I would finally fly to Australia and visit Adam.
Yes.
Well, you're welcome anytime. Everyone's welcome. I've got a spare bedroom.
We lost Evan. Oh my gosh.
Tell everyone that they don't like what they truly feel about them.
Oh my gosh. Some of those would be definitely rough, though.
Oh, I told the president. Like, I'm gonna die anyway.
Take him down with. Oh shit.
Like, why not?
That. It's
Just that I
hypothetical, so it makes sense.
I haven't thought about it about dying for a long time, and then I was watching like old Jeopardy episodes, and there is this one girl last year who like went on Jeopardy and died like a week after that, and they like dedicated an episode to her. And there's an interview with her, and she's like, "I'm gonna donate the money that I win to cancer because I am dying of cancer." It was just so blunt that I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna die someday. I don't know.
Good
It was
lord.
just weird. But I mean, I would go back to Turkey, but I'd take the road of like I would land on London and then go through Europe and go home. And I would that would be both traveling and visiting, I think. That would be fun.
That's smart. I'd go back to Canada, but like the long way. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool too, though.
I think I'm gonna dip out for the night. It's been fun.
I think we're probably gonna tie it up soon because it's been a couple hours, so too.
Yeah.
I'm just glad people get to join. I feel like I was a little too gone. I couldn't see any games started or anything like that, but I want to do more of it sometime too. So.
Yeah, I think that this is good too, just because it seems like, myself included, there's a lot of people in here that haven't been in for the first time.
Yeah.
This is a good way to kind of get to know one another and
Absolutely.
then catch up again with Adam. So that's always fun.
Definitely. I echo Lee's sentiment. I think for me as well, it's like, it's good to like, being a pretty recent patron, to like get out there and meet more of you guys. So yeah, thanks for organizing, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to. I mean, my big thing is like I know like sometimes it's like, oh, there's the plats and they do their things. I want to make sure that everyone's always involved. So my big thing is like, hey, if you haven't done it with these before, I want to make sure that I get you in. I want to make sure you're still like everyone's a part of this. I want to make sure everyone's involved.
For sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm just glad everyone come out. I'm glad everyone's enjoying it, and hopefully till the next one for sure.
Yes. And hopefully, if we don't do another one of these before finale, hopefully enough of us get to finale this year or this season. So I've been pestering Adam about it already.
He has, and I want to go so badly, but I feel like the season after is more likely. But we'll see what happens.
I'm still rationing out. I'm rationing out my PTO days. So I'm trying to figure that out if I can go to finale again. I've got a wedding that I'm going to in Toronto in April. So that's kind of my priority. So unfortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately, he's my best friend. There's no way I'm not going to not do that. So sorry. Sorry, Survivor.
No, that totally makes sense.
But I encourage everyone to like make it out, because it's like you guys live in America. So it's like, for me, it's way tougher having to go on like 15 hours worth of flights to get to your country.
So should we wait until you can go to a finale, or wait till we try to figure out the next ATF event?
Well, whatever's sooner, I think. Like, whatever's sooner is probably harder for me to get to. So I think the more time, the better, because it gives me time to save up and plan.
Totally makes sense, of course.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously it's easier for me to hop on a plane and fly because, being an academic, I have a little bit more flexible time. I don't have to take just vacation time and go. I just go.
Well, I think in Australia we have better working conditions than you guys too. So it's like that kind of helps me plan around those things. And so yeah, I'm in a similar boat, Lee, when I'm working.
Yes.
Totally get it. We'll definitely just strategize on that stuff. There's going to be stuff coming up. We'll get patrons to finales, to hearts, to ATFs. We're going to figure that shit out.
Yeah, and I've never been to Hearts. I would actually love to go to one.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I wish I went to Hearts instead of Reality Rally.
Is Hearts the one in Florida?
Yeah, that's the one in Celebration, Florida. That one's always been so much fun. I've had so much of a good time there, even when you have a Disney princess crying in your room, but it's still a lot of fun.
Are you going to go again this year, Zach?
Most likely I am. I have some time rationed out for it, so.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it out to California this year, but Florida's way easier for me. So.
We'll figure it out. We got plans. We'll get it going. We think about this stuff in January, so people can be ready. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the broadcast. See, that's my sign. We do have to end. I'm gonna cut the broadcast short. We're gonna be going a couple hours. I'm glad we got some time to figure it out. We've made some good ground here. We figured some stuff out. We've learned some fun things, and I cannot wait till we have our next one. And the next episode will be coming out.
Good seeing all of you.
Definitely.
See you guys
all right.
All right.
See you guys
Thanks,
later.
guys. Later. Everyone have a good one.
You too.
Bye.